Advanced Residential Applications and Case Studies, Chapter 10, Questionable Property Characteristics Case Study, page 13. What do you believe to be true? This is going off of the case study we've been doing for the last couple of pages. It says, please note everything that you believe to be true about the physical characteristics of the subject property. I said the home is on 150 foot by 100 plot, and there's a bum living in there, stripping all the shit. Page 14, what you believe to be true. The home is in fair condition at best, possibly poor. There is 1,803 square feet of gross living area, 500 square feet addition probably, but not completed. The room count is 6 rooms, 3 bedrooms, and 2 baths. The functional utility is fair, at best, possibly poor, due to the removal of systems, fixtures, etc. There's a working fireplace / wood stove. There's a covered rear deck. Functional in-ground swimming pool. The central air conditioner compressor has been removed. The water heater tank removed. The kitchen cabinets and appliances are gone, and the floor coverings are removed or damaged. End of page. Page 15. Can we proceed? Based on what you know to be true, do you believe that you have enough information available to you to form an as-is market value opinion of the fee simple ownership rights of this property without any assumptions? Why or why not? I believe estimate of value can be made, but only with assumptions. Suggested solution. Number 1, no. Too many issues relevant to the market value of the property are unknown. An extraordinary assumption is an assumption. That's that which is taken to be true, directly related to a specific assignment, which, if found to be false, could alter the appraiser's opinions or conclusions. Do you believe that you have enough information available between what you know to be true and what you believe to be true to form an as-is market value opinion of the fee simple ownership rights of this property using an extraordinary assumption? Why or why not? I say yes. Submit. The answer is yes. Utilizing information known to be true as well as information that is believed to be true, but which is still uncertain, an extraordinary assumption may be developed. Based on this extraordinary assumption, an opinion of market value may be developed. For the sake of this case study, regardless of your answer to the above question, let's say that you do have enough information available between what you know to be true and what you believe to be true to form an as-is market value opinion of the fee simple ownership rights of this property using an extraordinary assumption. At this point, consider what you know to say in your appraisal report regarding the extraordinary assumptions which you have formed. Specifically, we are talking about important issues regarding the physical characteristics of the property that you believe to be true, but about which there is some degree of uncertainty, since you haven't seen a whole lot of this house, inside or out, with your own two eyes. This is very important, since appraisal theory and appraisal standards require you to develop a credible opinion of value, and they also require that your report not be misleading. In the assignment just described to you, given the limitations that you face, it will not be possible for you to accomplish either of these requirements unless you complete the assignment using extraordinary assumptions about the physical characteristics of the subject property. End of page. Page 16. How do we proceed? Given all that you know and believe to be true about the physical characteristics of the subject property, insert what you believe to be sufficient and appropriate language to communicate the extraordinary assumptions necessary to form a credible opinion of value. Here's an example. This appraisal has been developed based upon, at the client's request, an exterior-only observation of the subject property from the street. And my opinions and conclusions are based on the following extraordinary assumptions regarding the physical characteristics and condition of the subject property. You take it from here. I believe the exterior information that has been God damn it, man. Has been obtained that this home is in bad shape in the interior, the home's quality and condition are dated. Extraordinary assumptions. Your extraordinary assumption language should have reflected your reasonable belief that the condition of the subject property as of the effective date, your third drive-by observation, was fair at best and perhaps poor, with repairs and maintenance items likely required throughout the house. Your opinion assumes numerous systems, equipment, and fixtures removed or in a state of disrepair, including but not necessarily limited to carpeting and floor coverings, heat and air equipment, cabinets and countertops, built-in kitchen appliances, bath and plumbing fixtures, hot water tanks, ceiling fans, and potentially other fixtures in the house. Your language should also disclose the extraordinary assumption that the original appraiser's information is correct regarding gross living area, room count, and basic features of the dwelling, based on your familiarity with the appraiser's work and his reputation. Additionally, your disclosure must include a statement that these extraordinary assumptions may or did have an effect on the opinions and conclusions you have developed. And that if you were to find the extraordinary assumptions were incorrect, then your opinions and conclusions could or would change. The exact wording of your extraordinary assumptions is discretionary. The important thing for you to understand is that this information is fundamental to your value opinion, and you must carefully disclose it as required by USPAP in your appraisal report. It is also important for you to understand that if, despite your best efforts to determine the true nature of the subject property, you were to later find that your extraordinary assumptions were incorrect, nonetheless, you still performed the appraisal and reported your conclusions correctly. Given the language of the appraisal report, your value opinion was based on what you really believed to be true, although you acknowledge some uncertainty because of the limitations based upon you, and you correctly warned that your opinions/conclusions would change if the extraordinary assumptions were found to be incorrect. Therefore, you did not violate USPAP in completing your prior assignment, and you are not required to issue a corrected report if you subsequently find out that your assumption was false. End of page. Conclusion, page 17. Many appraisers complete this type of assignment every day. Unfortunately, they often fail to understand the inherent complexity. It is understandable that our clients might incorrectly believe that a drive-by appraisal is a less complex assignment than one that allows for a complete visual inspection of the interior and exterior areas of the subject property. However, it is inexcusable for appraisers to have such an attitude. Appraisers must understand that the less we know about the physical or legal and economic characteristics of the property that we are appraising, the more complex the assignment becomes. You should also understand that just as you were asked in this case study if you could develop a credible value opinion based on what you knew to be true and what you believed to be true, so too you are required to ask yourself this question every time you appraise a property. At some point, an appraiser must be able and willing to recognize that he or she does not, that's highlighted, have sufficient information to form a credible value opinion if conditions severely limit the appraiser in terms of observing the property. Other situations that might affect an appraiser's ability to develop a credible value opinion include conditions that limit access to adequate data and/or unrealistic client time constraints. Click here if you'd like to open this chapter as a PDF, which you can then print or save to your device. Chapter 10, end of page.